First things first, let's, how are you? How's your week been so far?
Sure. Oh, it's been fantastic. I've been busy like crazy. You know that you were trying to get a hold of me for several days. It has been impossible. I'm sorry for that, but sometimes things get really, cluttered, and I have to jump things around and etc. Yes, but things are good.
Yeah, busy's good, especially after you come off kind of the best news the company's ever had. So that's amazing. But let's hop into it. So you guys just released obviously these incredible results. And a lot of people are saying, okay, now what? So I kind of wanted to do a video talking about, what's next for Doubleview. Some people are saying, well, what are the next steps? The timeline stuff. We're going to chat about majors, chat about, potentially the next steps Doubleview would go through or other junior mining companies would go through. But let's start with, what's the next step? So, you guys released this amazing information. What's the next step for Doubleview in your eyes?
Yes, first going to something about the news release. The news release was showing our best, longest, and deepest interval we have announced yet. And according to our understanding on the model, we believe we again drilled on the edge of this deposit. We haven't gone right into the depth and the best spot on this deposit. We think we have better spots, and right now we are working on that to get those basically more identified, narrowed, and go around those areas and move the deposit. So that's one aspect. And right now, as you see, we have about 900 by 650 meters by 600 meters of this deposit, which is a real good volume. Still, we have to drill on the east side, on the north side, on the south side, on the west side, all along and deep going into it. And this is what we are planning to do. As we are looking at this blueprint, which is the IP, that's the footprint for this deposit. Anywhere we drill into that, we're getting results back. One thing that we have done, we have communicated with the IP, the geophysical survey, to redo the IP. They are running that with a new algorithm, which is going to take good amount of time because they're using supercomputers with millions of data to create that 3D IP. It's a lot of work going to that. They informed us that they have a new algorithm for that for us to get it done based on the data. So they're working on that. We're waiting for that. I'm I'm positive because of our findings that this 3D IP is going to be much improved, larger in size, and better identified for us. One other thing before we jump into the future is our investors are keep phoning me or contacting me, and they're saying why you didn't uh, put the results in gold equivalent because gold seems to be high. Yes, we have analyzed the data and we know right now in value the gold is about 1.27 to 1.35 times the copper in value in this deposit. Gold is a lot higher. We have taken steps to see legally we can, take to that action and show to people that gold is a lot better than copper in this deposit, that we want to characterize this deposit as a gold porphyry coming with copper and silver and of course the other material. We have taken steps to do that and make our shareholders happy and also show it to broader audience that they are always looking for this kind of deposit. As for mm, majors, before we get into any of that, as I have told you in the past, My experience told me that as soon as we come up with results better than previous results, we will see majors coming to our door, and you can guess from here. Yes, and many people have approached us, people without spilling beans, but I know they're working on it. And of course, our strategy is to go aggressive and go forward. We're not going to wait for anyone. We're not going to wait for majors to make a decision or not. They need us. This is one of the last remaining deposits on Earth that has not gone to any of the majors, or no majors has been involved in it. And for that, we want to get the best. And if they come in with the best offers and best partnership, we're in. Otherwise, no, we're gonna move forward, be aggressive, drill further, move the 920 meters length of this deposit, hopefully to eventually 2.5 kilometers, and at some point do our resource calculation. We're aggressive. I have put a lot on this personally and from my family, and for that reason, our investors should know better that I am going to stick to this deposit and show the parameters of this, and I'm looking for the end game. I'm not stock player or haven't sold a single share ever. That's why I am. People can guess that I am in the game and I am working this. I call it a game, but it's not a game. It's reality.
Oh, business is a game. No, I think that's awesome. So to kind of recap for people, the next steps is more drilling. Obviously you guys are focused on how you can further the deposit that you have in terms of get more information for yourselves. So obviously get this IP and also continue drilling for the remainder of the year. At least that was my understanding. Kind of hopping into, I guess what we're seeing, people are saying everyone knows the end goal of a junior is to team up or get bought out by a major. Has that idea gotten any closer to realities to those results? Obviously, you said yes, but maybe you want to talk in a little bit more detail, about majors. Also, this kind of goes into another question where people were saying, hey, like it was kind of made public that majors are talking to you. Is there anything you want to say about it in more detail? Where your head's at there, or any insight you want to give to people?
Yes, of course, majors have been on doorstep all the time, and they've approached us. It hasn't been something that our investors haven't seen or our shareholders haven't seen that in the past. Yes, there are more coming in, but I can't disclose more than what I am telling you right now. I can tell you, yes, many involved with us, and we would like to, see what it goes. We're not, as I said, I'm sure they're serious. Some of them are really serious, and in the meantime, we do not want to wait for anyone or any occasion. We just want to go, move forward, and get the best deal for my shareholders and myself. Of course, every company's dream is to be bought out at some stage, because this piece of cake is going to get bigger than our mouth. We cannot not only swallow it, but digest it, because it needs billions of dollars to go to be moved forward at the end of the day. And it's not going to be our cup of tea at some stage, and it gets bigger than us, and it's going to be the end game. For that reason, I have stayed stern, haven't sold stock, and you can tell from my trades in Canada, it's easy to follow up on that and find out if I have sold any. Because I'm a true believer, and as a geologist, I can tell what we have in here. Not 100%, we have to drill them to prove them, But I have not been wrong during the past 7, 8 years, not a single time.
That's a good track record, a good way to end it. You haven't been wrong in the past 8 years. So obviously it's looking up from here. Cool. Well, I think this is interesting, giving people insight. Do you want to touch on anything that you're hoping to, finish this summer? As we're about to enter June here, is there anything you want to touch on that people might be able to expect that's coming, things you guys are working on, maybe potentially things that you'll be able to share eventually, just in general?
Yes, generally right now we're working on our planning right now, on details and how we work and how we move forward, because it takes a long time to get out of, winter and now go to the summer. Things are different, and this time around, I don't want to go just the same as before. I want to go more than what we've done in the past and be a lot more aggressive than the past we've been. So it takes a lot more planning. And plus the IP right now, I'm waiting for that to come in. And that's going to be a significant change in our approach into drilling towards the north and east and the south. Definitely, I want to go and drill towards the north and, go at the places that in the past the geologists of our team have taken gold samples up to 8 grams per ton right on the surface, and also we have soil and rock samples showing significant gold and copper towards the north. We want to just go right in there, and it starts right from the surface. And on the east side, we want to extend that 650 meters, hopefully a lot longer. We're stepping out 100 and 200 meters to extend that, then getting prepared for hopefully at some stage we can have some resource calculation done on this, and then it's going to be our time.
Well, awesome. Sounds like a pretty good plan. Is there anything else you want to leave people with before we, hop off and talk to each other next week?
Sure, yes. First of all, we're working on the stuff we can dispose, and they'll, stay tuned. We're gonna come out and show them. Hopefully, once and if I gotta add both of them, they are materialized, and we can let the shareholders what we're doing. But we're working really hard. I am a person, as you know it, I'm working from 6 a.m. all the way to 11 p.m. and sometimes even longer than that, just for the sake of shareholders and myself and my family.
Oh, I think that's awesome. So fantastic. I guess if there's any questions people have, of course, they can leave them below and we'll answer them.